Now we're going to cover questions 1 through 8 of your UST monthly inspection checklist. That's going to cover your spill bucket and the overfill equipment. So the first thing you want to check is to make sure that you have a color-coded manhole cover over the top of your spill bucket and that it's on the correct tank. We use color codes to determine what product goes into the tank, so you want to make sure that the right lid is on the right tank. First, check to make sure that your cap or manhole cover is in good operating condition, not broken, missing chunks, and that it fits properly. So now we're going to look at the inside of our spill buckets. First thing you're going to want to look at is to make sure there's no liquid, product, debris, anything inside there that shouldn't be. You want to maintain these spill buckets clean and dry as much as possible. Obviously you have rainstorms, different scenarios that things are going to get in there. You want to make sure that it's kept cleaned out. Primary reasons for this is you want to make sure that you're not causing anything that's going to have a danger as far as ignition sources or having contamination being able to go down into your storage tank and contaminate your fuel. So you're going to look inside, make sure it's nice and clean. Next thing you're going to look at is you're going to look at the spill bucket for any damage. On the sides you have plastic bellows, and most that can have damage, they can be cracked, have holes. You want to inspect that, make sure that it's in nice condition. Also the base. This spill bucket is actually a metal spill bucket, but most out there, it seems, are still composite based spill bucket bottoms. One place to look, especially if you have a composite spill bucket, is between the drain and the pipe that comes up. Right in between there is a very common spot for those to crack. They start as a hairline crack and they get bigger. Almost 100% of the damage that we find as far as cracks, that's the damage that's there. You also want to make sure that if you have a drain, that it's operational. So you want to pull it, make sure that it operates freely. So now you're going to check your fill riser and fill adapter. You want to reach down to make sure that all the piping down here is nice and secure. You don't want it to move. There are adapters that are swivel adapters. If you do have movement, you want to make sure that that's because you have the adapter that swivels and it's not the entire pipe that is doing so. Again, with the cap, you want to make sure it's in good shape, nice and solid, doesn't move. This has to be liquid and vapor tight. So you want to verify that. Again, be cautious of any liquid that you don't want to pour down inside of your tank. The other thing that you're going to check at this time is that you have a fill adapter in place, and down inside that you have a fill tube. You'll be able to see the fill tube because it's an aluminum pipe that goes down inside the tank, and you'll actually be able to see that. If your site uses an overfill valve, you'll actually want to look down inside and make sure that that is not obstructed. So with the fill cap off, now what you want to check is to make sure that if you use an overfill device in your drop tube, that it's not obstructed. One good thing to use is a powerful flashlight. All you need to do is shine it down, and where you see a crescent shape down inside your pipe, you're going to look for any obstructions of that. Usually when there's an obstruction, it's a gauge stick that's been dropped down in the tank and not removed. But you don't want any obstructions of that. If you do have obstructions, you don't want to get any deliveries until that obstruction has been removed.